Hey guys, happy Friday. It is day 18 in the 28-day challenge, Intentional Parenting for Busy Moms. And today we are talking about getting clear on your priorities. So, when I'm talking about priorities in relationship to being intentional and being busy and striving to be intentional, no matter what that means, if it means you need to be less busy, if you need to audit what's going on in your life so that you can choose a better yes, so that you can, if you need to set better boundaries, if you need to work on your planning and communicating with your family what your priorities are, it all relates, it's all interrelated. So, but first, before you can do all of this, and we're just going to dive right in. Before you can do all this, you have to know what your priorities are. And like I've already mentioned throughout this week in the challenge, throughout the week when we're talking about being busy, if you whatever you're working on, you have to, whatever your choices you're making, you're saying no to one thing so that you can say yes to something else that is better. And also I want to say that just because you might have something that's very important for you, but it's not an urgent priority. It doesn't have to be done right now, or it might be something that you can say no to now so that you can say yes to later, because it can be put off. And so I encourage you, when you're taking an audit, when you're taking an inventory of all the things that you're saying yes to and looking at what you can shift around, what you can say no to altogether, what you can say maybe later for, what you can move in and say, okay, I need to work on this right now. This is really urgent. This is going to move me forward in the next few months. This is something that has to be done now. This is something that I can't say no to. I just encourage you to look at what is not a priority in this season, what is very, very important, but I can say no to it in this season. Okay. I was listening to a podcaster that I follow named Christy Wright, and she used to work for the Dave Ramsey company. She's not there anymore, but she just creates amazing content on her podcast, The Christy Wright Show. And she was talking about just recently that, exercise is really important to her, but she had postponed for a little while doing her typical running and exercising that she does because she was starting seminary and she was writing a book. And the book project was something that was going to be done pretty soon, but she needed to meet that deadline. And and she's also a mom of 3 kids. So she's like, okay, you know what? Exercise is going on the back burner so that I can finish this book. That doesn't mean exercise isn't important to her, but she has got to shift around her priorities to get this thing done that does have a deadline, that is something that only she can do. She can't delegate to someone else. She can't delegate exercise to someone else, but that's just our reality. We have to shift things around, and exercise is something that she can come back to when the book is done, and that she can make up for the time that she lost. But with the book, she can't. So, that's just one example of what it looks like to look at our priorities and to say no to certain things. I can't reiterate how important it is just to be willing to say no. And because you're saying yes to something better, you're not saying no, you're not depriving yourself. You're saying no to one thing so that you can say yes to another thing that is better or that is more important and that is going to move you towards success in the long run in whatever your goals are. And I just want to hope you guys have a great weekend. And next week we will be back on here. If you're not a member of my group, Survival Mode to Successful Moms Moving Beyond Trauma, this is a super powerful group. And I just kind of shifted the name of the group. It was Survival Mode to Successful Mompreneurs of Little Kids Creating Momentum. But a lot of the times the reason that we're not creating momentum, that we're still in survival mode, is that we are dealing with some past painful experiences. And those experiences and the emotions that keep coming up are keeping us stuck. But we have the power to move beyond those experiences. We have the power to create that momentum in our lives and to be the most authentic, real, raw versions of ourselves. No matter what is holding us back, we have the potential to move beyond that. We don't have to be a version of ourselves that we don't like. So if that is you, I encourage you to head on over to my group if you're watching this somewhere else. And if you're in my group, I encourage you to go to the guide section, go to guide number 5. I think that's what it is, where all these videos are for the 28-day challenge. Comment on all the posts, the written posts and the videos, because if you comment on every post, at the end of the month, I'm going to have a drawing for all the people who commented on every single post, and you will be entered to win a free 30-minute coaching call, or not 30-minute, 1 hour coaching call with me. And I'm a life coach, and I will help you to solve whatever problems you're working on in your life, and we will create a plan to move you towards success. I will see you guys next week. Bye.